A little girl stumbles upon a lost puppy in the middle of the woods. She takes him home, raises him, and names him Mystère. But as he grows up, they realize he's not just a dog. He's part of a deadly wolf pack that's been terrorizing hunters all over the area. You're watching CineDigest, and this is Movie Recapped. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more awesome stories. The story begins deep in the forest, where a group of hunters are tracking down wolves that have been attacking their village. During the chase, one small pup manages to escape. We then meet Stephen, a surgeon who just moved to the village with his 8-year-old daughter, Vicky. They left the city after Vicky's mom passed away from a serious illness. Stephen could have operated on her himself, but he didn't, and she died on the operating table. Since then, Vicky stopped talking, even to her own father. When they move into their new house, Stephen tries to talk to her, but she stays silent. Later, Terry, her uncle, drops by to check on them, and for the first time, Vicky smiles. He reminds her of her mom. That night, Stephen tells Terry he doesn't know what to do anymore. Vicky still won't speak. Terry tells him to give it time. She just needs to adjust to the village life. The next day, Stephen invites her to the market. When she doesn't respond, he warns her jokingly that monsters might eat her if she stays home alone. And that actually works. He takes her to a high cliff and tells her he used to come here with her mom all the time. For a moment, she softens and hugs him. But on the way back, they lose their way and come across a small cabin. The man inside, Bruno, helps them find the road and shows them a little puppy he found in the woods, Mystère. Vicky instantly falls in love with him, and Bruno decides to let her keep the pup. When they return home, Vicky hides Mystère in her room. Her dad hates dogs, so she doesn't tell him. The next morning, when Stephen drops her off at school, he's shocked. Vicky actually speaks to him for the first time in months. He pretends he didn't hear her just to make her repeat it, smiling as he finally hears her voice again. At school, Stephen meets Anna, a single mom who's running late. They talk, but when she finds out his wife died, she gets embarrassed and leaves. Back home, Vicky keeps playing with Mystère, and over time, Stephen starts to notice how much better she's doing, smiling.
Weeks pass, and one day, Anna sees Mystère outside the school. She's impressed by how strong he looks and asks what breed he is. Stephen tells her he's not sure, just a gift from a man in the woods. Anna, who works at a vet clinic, tells him to bring Mystère in for shots. On the way home, Stephen sees angry villagers protesting against the wolves that have been killing their animals. Later, Terry visits again and notices how strong Mystère looks. He guesses the pup might be a husky mix, part dog, part wolf. That night, Stephen opens up about his guilt over his wife's death. Terry reassures him. Even if he'd done the surgery, she might have died anyway. But outside, in the darkness, a wild wolf is watching their house. The next day, Anna tells Stephen that Mystère's teeth don't look like dogs. They're too sharp. She insists he bring him in, but Stephen refuses, afraid she might take Mystère away. That night, Stephen starts to worry. Could she be right? The next morning, they go for a walk in the forest. Suddenly, a huge wolf appears, the same one watching their house. But it doesn't attack. It just stares at Mystère, almost like they're communicating. Then it leaves. Stephen gets scared and takes Mystère to Anna. After a full checkup, she confirms it. Mystère isn't a dog. He's a wolf. She warns them to hand him over to the wildlife reserve before someone gets hurt. Stephen begs for one more night to prepare Vicky, and Anna agrees. But when Stephen tells his daughter, she breaks down, accusing him of taking away the only one she loves. He hides Mystère in the basement to keep him safe. That same night, a hunter spots a large wolf near the house and calls Stephen to warn him. But when Stephen leaves, the hunter sneaks into the house, finds Mystère, and calls the reserve himself. By the time Stephen returns, the officers are there, and Mr. is gone. Vicky loses it. She yells at her father, saying he's just like before, the reason she lost her mom, and now Mr. too. Days later, Vicky finally speaks again, saying she always knew Mr. was a wolf, but loved him anyway. Weeks pass until one day, Mr. shows up outside her school. She runs to him, and the two disappear into the forest before anyone can stop them. Anna rushes to Stephen, warning him that Mr. escaped and is probably coming home, because to him, they're his pack. Then Stephen gets a call. Vicky's gone. Witnesses say she went into the woods with a huge wolf. Stephen runs through the snow-covered forest and finds Mr., who leads him straight to Vicky. She's unconscious from the cold. He carries her to Bruno's cabin, the closest shelter. Soon, Anna, Terry, and a group of hunters arrive. When Mr. runs toward Vicky, they panic and shoot him. Stephen and Terry perform emergency surgery right there in the cabin. Stephen finally faces his fears and saves Mr.'s life. Days later, Anna arranges for Mr. to be moved to Wolf Valley, a safe place where he can live free with others of his kind. Vicky is heartbroken, but she knows it's the right thing to do. Mr. deserves to be happy, even if it's far from her. She and her father return home, stronger than before, both finally healed. And that's the end of today's movie. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to CineDigest for more amazing stories with Movie Recapped.